Hi and welcome everyone to my channel, Diazable Tunes. My name is Matt Diazable and I do album reviews and music discussions here. Thanks for coming on by. Yeah. Today we're going to talk about the band Carried the Torch with their album Delusion. Now, a little bit about this band. They are a melodic death metal band out of different parts of Sweden, but mostly Sweden. They started in 2016 as a two-man project, but over time recruited new members. And they released their first album in 2019, I think, if I'm correct. And then they played a couple shows, doing things nicely. And then, boom, Corona happened. It put a lot of things on halt for them. So over that time, I think they just had time to sit and think about what they wanted to do next. And that was, of course, write a new album, which is this album. And we're going to jump into this album. But before that, I discovered this band on Lamb Goat because they were promoting their album and one of their singles. And I checked it out on a reaction for one of my reaction videos. And from there, I was kind of like so-so about the band and everything, but I still wanted to check out the album and everything. And so these are my thoughts on this album. Raw sounding production here with thrashy metal style riffs. The drums sound really hollow and kind of sound cool. In the background, you got some like symphonic style, like orchestra playing and everything. That's kind of cool. The vocals have a range of brutal and like clean vocals and everything. So there's some nice variety. Oh, okay opening song. The guitars sound really epic here and the bass sounds really good. You can really feel it compared to the opening track. Overall, it's a pretty standard style metal song here. Got some dueling, battling guitars that sound kind of cool. The song doesn't drag as much as the first song, which is really nice here. The pacing is really nice. So I'm going to play a clip of Delusion for you. Metal, baby. Slower and menacing song here. The guitars have a really nice haunting sound to them. That's cool. The bass sounds really good. Drums feel a bit boring and lazy here, I think. And I noticed about the song, it kind of goes on and on and on compared to the other songs. I think this song would definitely benefit from being shorter and tighter, and it could be more enjoyable. The start of the song feels very like Nordic and like Norseman, like power metal with how low the guitars sound. And then as the song kicks in, it has just a simple riff and the vocals are kind of like a little bland here. But the drums, they have a nice swelling sound to them that really helps the song, I think. It makes it sound more epic, especially during the chorus. The bass still going strong here, sounds great. The pacing is better here for most part of the song, but the ending of the song sounds really, really, really good here. Sounds really badass. But I will say, I thought the song was going to end, but then they roll it back to like the beginning riffs and everything. And I think if they just cut that out and made the song 30 seconds shorter, it would be more enjoyable. Interesting riffs here, snappy snare drums, simple and groovy riffs and everything. But I will say I've started to notice like a very repetitive song structure here in terms of its like intro, verse, chorus, verse, solo, verse, and then chorus, and then it just kind of ends. So I'm feeling a lot of repetition with this band. But I will say the riffs are good here. It starts off with like the ocean going back and forth with seagulls in the background to give like a sense of like depression here, and it has like slow, eerie guitar plucking. Creates a real ominous presence and everything. And then we get some slow and chuggy guitars with some deep bass and some pounding drums. And I've started to notice that this band is suffering from just stretching things out too long, because this was a nice interlude, but it just went on way too long, I think. The bass really sounds weird on this track. Like it sounds very digital, like it doesn't feel like it's actually being played. And the song is a bit of a mess because it feels like two different songs being played at the same time. Like the timing from the vocals and everything just seemed really off. The mixing sounds really bad here. I think they try to experiment with their sound and their production here, and it just didn't work well. But I will say, like in the later half of the song, it does seem like they get in tune with each other, but it just feels really off for this song. So I want to play a clip of Where Dead Saints March. What The song just seems really messy. Groovy drums here, nice double kicks, guitar sound really solid. The drums have a really good feel here, and the riffs got a nice chug chug to them that, makes it more enjoyable to listen to. They sound really consistently good on this track with how groovy everything sounds. The short, clean vocals aren't that bad either, and the song is long, but it's not as boring as their other songs. That bass, man, the bass sounds so good here. Guitars are ripping. They're just really, really tight. They got more style and groove on this track compared to the other songs. The song structure is also really different here, and it makes it stand out more. Even when they're doing some weird like cheesy electronic synthesizers and everything, it sounds kind of cheesy at times and kind of bad, but it makes the song stick out more and makes it actually enjoyable. And the vocals sound really, really good here, really full body and everything. So I'll play a clip of El Nino for you. Metal, baby. I would say by this time in the album, I've gotten a lot of fatigue in terms of just listening to this band because all the songs are really long and it's starting to blend together, and it's like hard to keep track of what song is what. But the one thing I can't keep track of is the bass is plugging along nicely and sounds good. But overall, the song is just overly too long. It needs to be trimmed down, I think. And yeah, I don't know why they're stringing us along with how long these songs. Definitely getting some epic guitar work here, and they got some good shred skills. I'll give them that. The guitar sound like they're on fire. The bass adds a lot of heftiness to this song. They got a good guitar solo in here. Not gonna lie, this is the style of being epic and everything really pays off in the end for this last song and how long it is. It feels really good and has a good payoff. Ooh, just like this band in this review, it was tough to get through this review because everything with this band, Carry the Torch, is so long. I feel like that's the first thing I gotta address here. Like everything here is just too long on their songs. They drag things out for way too long. And I feel like if they cut 30 seconds from each song, this album would have been a lot better in my thoughts and just feelings, because it was tough to get through a lot of these songs because they just dragged them out. Or when you think a song is over, they go back into their beginning riffs and like drum patterns, and you're like, damn it, it's still going and everything. So like if you really like death metal and really like that Swedish like symphonic style black metal, then you'll like this and everything. But it's really tough to get through here. But I would say like the riffs are really good. They got some good solid riffs. The drums sound all right and everything. And if they just trimmed it down, I think the songs would benefit better and just sound more epic because they are to the point and not feeling like they're just kind of playing along and just going nowhere, it feels like half the time. But the only instrument that I say that didn't seem useless or sounded always on fire was the bass, because I've never heard a bass sound so crisp and sound so dirty before. So kudos to the bass player, and the production on that sound amazing. The vocalist sounding really good, is very brutal and everything. He's got some nice vocal fries here and there, but just like with how long everything is on this album, it gets kind of repetitive and redundant. It feels like with the vocals and the guitars, it feels like they reuse a lot of things, which I feel like you don't need to. Just cut it and make it shorter. Like you don't need to make the songs every song like 5 minutes long. It feels like it's very tough. And so I think if this band can come back leaner and meaner and just be more direct and straight to the point with their songs, I think they could come off and sound a lot better than what they can. Like I feel like they're squandering their potential by dragging things out. Try trimming things up a bit, guys. So this album from Carry the Torch, Delusion, is a light to generous 6 out of 10. Yeah, links down below. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what I should listen to next. Check out what I got going on here. And until next time, bye.
When you're gone, I'll tell them my religion's you. When